Big up, everyone. It's your girl Sofia, aka Sophie, back here on Sophia's Football Talk for the match reaction of Man United versus Brentford. Yes, it was 1-0. Was it like you know, big revenge that I wanted and whatnot? No. But I did predict 1-0. I did say, hey, maybe might be our day. Maybe we'll get that 1-0. And hey, here we are. 1-0. The most important thing, what did I say? What have I been saying? United has been playing games here, left and right, okay? Center, bottom left, right, all the above. You know what I'm saying? So I said, by all means necessary, get the win, get the W, and we did. We were the better team. We need to work on being more clinical. But hey, if we when no 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 when we do get a prolific goal scorer, whoo, Shardy, fam, I'll tell you, it's a wrap, man. It will be a wrap. Yes, yes, yes. So pick up though, people, to those who tuned in. I will hopefully be welcomed with some of my panelists here. Nathan and Ali. They're running a bit late, but they'll come when they'll come. Regardless, I'm here at the beginning and sharing my thoughts, for the match reaction. So make sure that you, of course, give this video a big thumbs up, as it does help the algorithm, YouTube, to be like, hey, we should push the video out there for more people to see. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. So also do subscribe if you are new, you know, because that also helps. But hey, regardless, say hi to the comments. Big up to JP, says Sophia. Now I can breathe. Today we played like a team. Big up JP. Yes, yes, my fellow United brother. We did. We got it. And I'm not gonna lie, I did feel like it was a good performance. When you hindsight with compare it to the game against Newcastle, and Newcastle played at the same time as Man United. They played West Ham away, and they hammered the Hammers. West Ham. I will not be surprised if David Moyes, our former Man United manager, gets sacked, because yo, 5-1 at home, child. We remember that when we got slapped by ugh, Liverpool, and let me move on. It's a new season, so remember. But regardless, it's Newcastle is on it. So we back in fourth, yeah. And Newcastle still sit there in third. We got the same amount of points, but the goal difference is definitely more so in favor of Newcastle. Regardless, let's focus on this game. Eddie says got the win in the end. Martial has to stay fit now to add to the goals. I agree. Only 5 plus, yeah, goal difference. I agree. Yes, big up Eddie. Yes, yes, yes. People, make sure that you do also subscribe to my brother Eddie's Football Waffle. He's been on the channel a few times. Great guy, makes great content. You gotta pick him up. Gotta pick him up. Always shows constant support. I do appreciate it, Eddie. You're a real one. Big up to what as well. Yo, Sophia, I'm glad we got the dub. Next up is Everton. Whoo, what a performance from the boys, and shout out to Rashford. Yeah, because a couple of them, or a lot of them, let's be honest, they were missing in that Newcastle game, and we needed to see a response. But we have known that, at home, we usually are, the home record is pretty good. We only had like one loss in the Prem this entire season at home, but that kind of, we have to remember that that was the first game of the season. That was at Brighton. I mean, not at Brighton. That was at Old Trafford against Brighton. So, for me, it's you know a game that was difficult back then. But I'm not gonna lie, I did say in the match preview with Noradine that I did. Was it yesterday we did it? Freaking hell, time just flies. That I was, a bit concerned for this game, and, hopefully thinking a bit of luck and whatnot. But we didn't really need the luck. We just needed to be more prolific and clinical. But at the end of the day, we got the job done, which is what I am happy about. And we played well. We played well. There were moments in second half where they were really coming at us, but we were able to still get it over the line, if that makes sense. So I'm proud. We just need to keep going. The next game is, like it was mentioned here, against Everton on Saturday, early kickoff. Woo! But hey, we'll do a match preview for that actually on Friday. Um, a bit earlier match preview because it's my brother's birthday on Friday. So hey, I'm gonna be celebrating him for the opening of Iftar as he's fasting. But yeah, big up, big up. Oh, no worries, no problem, Eddie. Big love to you, brother. Moise is gone, says Eddie. 5-1 at home is a crime, brother. He's done out here. Ravi, yo. No, he says 3 points is all that matters. It really is. It really is. I agree. And Ravi said it shows that United needs to invest wisely. Summertime, 100%. We do because I'm telling you, have I not said, we've been doing a lot of wash alongs throughout this season, right? I think I just didn't do like maybe two wash alongs for like Europa League games, as it's been some early kickoffs. But other than that, I've been doing bare wash alongs and also a lot, what match reactions as well. And to be honest, um, there's been several games I would say where if we just were a bit clinical enough, the games will be wrapped up by halftime. That's what I did say in this watch along that if we can just wrap it up, get it done, have somebody up front that does the job of scoring goals, linking up play and whatnot, it's done. Hey, when I do you hey, it's done. You know what I'm saying? That's what I need us to do. So we'll see, man. But like Ravi said, we do 100% need to invest in the summer. 100%. That's not even an understatement. We do. Let me say, but you can see that the team is fatigued. Oh, 100%. That let's be honest. I can all at the end I was seeing like Lisandro Martinez just he looked tired at the end. Like he had, I think one of the substitutes for Brentford that was kind of running past him a few times. Like he's tired. Seriously, these guys be playing week in and week out. They tired. They are tired. And I understand. I completely get it with being tired and whatnot, but at least it's not, they were tired today, but at least they still showed something in that Newcastle game. I still couldn't excuse it. Like, I get being tired and whatnot, but there were a lot of men that were just like, yo, they just didn't show up. You know what I'm saying? But in this game, they showed up. And I'm happy, but we do need to kill off games. But at this point of the season, you just want to get you just want to get the points. I've been saying it. You, it was nice performance. Of course, would have been great to spadazzle a bit with the goal difference. But at the end of the day, we got the points. I said you can't really, you can, you can rely on just getting the job done when you play better pressing and in Europe. Hey, hey. Eddie says happy birthday to your bro, Sofia. Thank you, Eddie. Thank you. I appreciate it. Amir says Sabitzer was class today. Yes, Sabitzer. Sub. Imagine if we just, when we get like Casemiro and Eriksen and whatnot back next week. Ooh, because I want to see more of Casemiro and Sabitzer. But Sabitzer really, this has to be the best performance I've seen of him in a Man United shirt so far this season. He really looked good. Also, I would say Bruno, in my opinion, really good with getting the ball back and whatnot. He looked good. He looked good. Of course, there could be some Hollywood passes here and there, but still way better than the Newcastle game and whatnot. And Rashford, hey, doing his thing. Come on now, got a goal, but also doing a lot, on the wing and whatnot. When he moved onto the wing, I would say a lot more threatening. That's kind of why I like to see him more so on the left. Also, Jadon Sancho. Thoughts about Jadon Sancho? Because I actually did feel like he still played well. There were some passes not going through here and there, but he played with a lot more confidence. I still believe there's somebody in there. There's still potential in this kid. And I know that there's a lot of people just thinking, hey, this ain't gonna work. Maybe it just doesn't fit the system and whatnot. I believe there's something in there. I do. I do. And I refuse to give up. I mean, until he leaves, if come the summer and a Ten Hag ends up saying, you know what? I tried. but it's not working. We need something else. Hey, I'll put my hands up. It is what it is. But until then, I still want to believe. I don't want to give up on the kid. I don't. And also with Anthony, there are times where the kid, bless his heart, because people be saying fidget spinner, Beyblade. He's my Beyblade. He's our Beyblade. Let's still stick behind him and whatnot. At least until this season is done, because I still believe there's also something with that player. Okay, but he gotta chill a bit with the long, with the, oh, I'm gonna put on a long distance shot then world. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes it could be a bit like, brother, just pass, because he was cutting in a bit more so with his right. I not gonna lie, he did sometimes frustrating, but other times there were moments where I was looking, okay, okay, I see you. And Vegas didn't play the entire game. I actually don't mind him sitting out this one and just rest, because yo, you gotta utilize your squad. Players gotta rest as well. And he been playing, I believe, like almost, if not every single game since he, came in, whatnot, early on in the January window, right? So he tired. And we gotta, availability is the best ability. So hopefully Martial gets to get himself on the scoreline as well. Um, but we'll see. Let's see some of the comments here. Marissa Sofia, big up to you and the family. Hope you all go all the way like that, Joe. Hey, thank you. Our goal difference is criminal, says Leveling Brother. It really is. This Jack's from Jamie's channel. Ooh, okay, big up. Do subscribe to him. Oh, yeah. 5 plus GD compared to Newcastle 25 GD. Unacceptable. But we know Man United are building. Yep. Hey, guys, 12. Yes, get the likes up. Like for today. We're gonna say 50, because there's some people that like watching the batch reaction, the replays and whatnot. So hello to the replay gang. I am from the past. Okay, you are, or am I from the future? No, I'm not. I'm from the past. When they're watching it, I'm from the past. So hello, hello. Eddie's football office says we also have to acknowledge Brentford weren't that good too, but that's good because United need a win like this to get some confidence back. 100%. I'm not. I still am shocked. I swear, I was a bit concerned. I still was like, I'm going back my team, and that's the reason why I said 1-0. I was thinking I do think we can get the win at the end, but I'm not gonna be surprised if we do lose. I'll be upset, understandably, but I won't be surprised. So I'm not gonna lie, I was a bit. Was it our gameplay? We were really good. I would say we were good, but they were also poor for sure, like Eddie is stating. But the most important thing is that this performance and whatnot, the result at the end of the day does help us in terms of the next game, which is against Everton. It's going to be an early kickoff, right? At home, Saturday. Everybody gonna be checking into that game. Whoo! But it's at home, and definitely does help. And I would say we're probably going to win that, but like I said, we're going to do a match preview for that game on Friday, so we'll wait a little bit on that. Right? Says better players, better systems will unlock United. Yes, and Eddie agrees. Every time will move players on. You could tell he will push for sure. Cedric just not aggressive enough. He did have some moments of good link up, but he's still passive. I see that. It seemed like Rashford had to drift left to do some of his job. I see that as well. I see it. Fam, I see it. Only says I couldn't agree more. Ed, I can't wait for the Glazers to leave and for there to be investment in this club, considering we have a top coach. The future is definitely bright. Oh, 100%. Because sometimes the rival fans try to kind of like, you know, um, in a way shit on the improvements that we have made and be like, yeah, but you guys are just, I believe it was maybe the Newcastle after Newcastle game, like what was it? We're 3 points. We have 3 points more than what we had last season, whatnot. And I'm like, but I don't. I mean, at the end of the day, we're not gonna talk about Liverpool. If we were, let's put this into perspective. If Man United was going for a quad last season, like let's say we switch the table a bit, and Man United was, this close into getting a quad last season. Okay, and we would still be raving about it, be like, oh my god, we nearly got a quad, yada yada yada, but we didn't, right? And then come next season, which is this season, total drop off. Might not even get top four and whatnot. It will be a mayhem. I feel like not a lot of people be talking about the drop off that Liverpool has had. Not that we're gonna make this a Liverpool thing, but I'm just saying, you know, once we get the Glazers out, okay, I'm telling you, new days, people, new days. Hallelujah. Mm, hallelujah. Yes, yes, yes. JP says he needs to pass Anthony. It is football waffle. Says hello, Sofia, getting into some back to the future chat. Exactly. um, Anthony says it's frustrating sometimes one dimensional. I get it. Sabitzer had his best United game. Harry says don't let Everton be slow and low block because that will hinder United and force you to be sloppy. And JP says Brentford want to play counter-attack football like the first game, but 10 out tactics to rotate wingbacks and a fullback. Kill all the Brentford game plan. Big up to you, Ming. Lemon says mixed sauce was invisible for most of the game. Woo! We got Nathan, brother. Big up to you. How are you? You good?
I'm good. I'm good. Good evening, guys. Good everyone. Good evening, everyone in the chat. It's interesting you said Maxos was invisible for most of the match. I actually thought he made a very important clearances defensively.
I actually think it looked decent. I'm not gonna lie, you looked okay.
Yeah, I thought he was all right today. I was thinking, why doesn't he play more like this? And I will say one thing though, I didn't
Okay.
like the passing as usual because I think it was 92nd minute. Rashford and Anthony were on the counter. The ball fell to him,
Mhm.
and it was just a lazy pass that went straight to Pontus Janssen, and that could have probably been the nail in the coffin, or at least an attempt on goal.
Mhm.
I thought he was all right today, uh, surprisingly,
I
uh,
actually think so too.
and I don't know if he was absent. I wouldn't say. I would say defensively he was more present. Is what I would say. Levelin.
Yeah,
Uh,
because
can't wait.
it
I
was
can't
fun.
wait for Casemiro. It's a matter of one more game,
Oh
guys.
my
It's a
god.
matter of one more game. Hey
Yeah.
Columba, good evening. Hello Ravi. Hello JP.
Big up. Love that
Hello
we showing
everybody.
each other love here. McTominay makes three most important blocks today, says JP. Hey.
Think so too. Think so too.
Yeah. I'm not gonna like sometimes you gotta be like, hey, today you look good, you look decent, you look alright. You did your
I even
thing?
thought Sabitzer was good today. I was very critical of him in the last game. So
Yes. Leveling,
yeah.
nobody's Casemiro. Brother.
Well, he's no
There's
Casemiro, of course.
Casemiro and then there's everybody. Brother. Leveling. Leveling, leveling. Hey, 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 leveling. Nobody's Casemiro. Nobody. But I see your point, but no. Mm-mm. Come on now. Tonova says Sabitzer really did well. The sub was too early. Ooh. Okay. So maybe we should have waited a bit, maybe potentially. What do you feel like overall with the performance? Do you think like, okay, maybe we should have gotten a couple more goals
I thought
in or
actually I actually thought if we removed Shaw for the same, why didn't we remove McTominay for the same reason? I was really surprised they took
yes,
out Sabitzer instead of McTominay. I was like, why is he
me
willing to
too.
risk it? We still
But
have a
could
game in
it
2 days' time.
that is a good point. That is a
Actually,
very good
not two
point.
days' time. I mean, if you live in India, sorry, guys.
No,
I mean, it's the same time difference, but I was just doing the maths in Indian time, and it's like 24 and it's about 37 hours,
technically, yeah.
37 hours away from the next game.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, why are you taking a chance? What if he gets a red card? Then who do we have?
That's
Because
a
he wasn't
very
playing
good
Fred.
point.
Maybe Fred's not entirely fit. So I was really confused as to the substitution that way, but then it worked out
Mm-hmm.
in the end. So, when it works out
It
in
did.
the end, can't
It's
really
easy now
complain.
to be like, because now we know it worked out at the end of the day. So, but that is a very good point. Is there anybody else that you felt like stood out for you? Or maybe, boy, before I ask that, what do you think about Sancho's performance? Real talk. It's a safe space. We've talked about this. Come on.
No, the thing is, I'm gonna
No?
get in trouble.
No,
Is
no, it's
Eddie in the
fine.
chat? Is Eddie in the chat? I'm gonna get in trouble today.
Eddie is in the chat. I believe he's still
Oh
in
boy.
here. Maybe.
Um,
It's a safe space. Go, go, go. Come on now.
the work rate was lacking.
Okay? There's been some people saying some stuff as well.
I think, and this is exactly what I'm saying, right? It's probably why Vegas is probably going to get back into the next game. I mean, what did Sancho do in the game on the left hand side? Keep in mind that he's playing in Rashford's position.
I
What
still
did he
felt like
really
he did
do?
something,
Like,
and I said,
I'm
you
not
know,
I'm not saying he was no, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying he's
no, no,
bad, but then like if you're not going to get the output Rashford gets, which is a goal or assist or a drawing of a foul or a pre-assist, you're not going to get one of those, and you're not going to work as hard on the ball because you have to keep in mind, right? Vegas would do what Rashford is supposed to, which is drop back, let whoever's on the left hand side of the midfield cover Shaw, so the gaps get all filled up, and then the long ball goes to Rashford instead of in front where Rashford was today. Um, I see why he plays Vegas, but I'm going to get in trouble for that. But I see why he plays him. I really see why he plays him, and he said that after the Newcastle game as well. He says we play better with Vegas in the team, and
he has,
that's him saying it. That's him saying it. So
he has said
like
it. I wonder what he said
you know,
afterwards. Now, actually, has he said anything? Why is the hair trending
I
now?
haven't seen anything. I haven't seen anything. I was just on my little live chat. I just took a break because it is like 2:40 in the morning.
Of
That's why I
course,
came a little late here. I was hoping someone was here before me, but
no
no
worries.
one was here before me. So
No,
yeah.
I get that.
When it gets a little late, it gets and my sleep. I've been very sleep deprived the last 2 months, so
No, I
it's a
completely
bit of a
understand
struggle
it.
for me. So yeah.
I get that. But Ten Hag, he said there's some quotes here. He said basically it seemed to be he took Shaw off because of an injury. We have to wait 24 hours, then we can make the diagnosis. I don't want to comment at this moment.
Yeah,
Because that,
that's what people were telling me in my chat as well. But then I was like,
yeah,
he's not limping. But
yeah, but
then
like,
I don't know if we get the same feeds, right? I had this discussion with you the other day. I did notice that looked to the side. He waited for Ten Hag to kind of get in his range. Kind of, I don't know why they
yeah,
do
I saw
this.
that too. Like
I don't know why they
he
do
went
this because there's
straight
mics.
there
Yeah,
and was talking. I was
I
like,
don't know why they
okay,
do that because there are mics on the side of the pit. It's like there's way too many people in that ground for anyone to hear anything you're going to say. It's
no,
just I guess to
it's
avoid
it's more
lip
so
reading.
lip reading.
Yeah,
It's that's the thing.
yeah.
They don't want people
So
to
he
be
went
reading
up
their
to Ten
lips.
Hag. He said something to Ten Hag. Ten Hag patted him on the back. He's like whatever. So I don't know what's wrong with him, but he wasn't limping. I noticed he wasn't limping, so that's a good sign.
That's a
Because
good
as long
sign.
as it's not injuries to your leg, you can tape it up, give him a
Yeah,
painkiller, whatever to get him
yeah.
fit for the next
I'm
game.
thinking like, hey, even though I still felt like Malaysia was doing, he looked decent when he came on and did, did his thing on the left hand
Yeah,
side.
I think he looked
Obviously,
shaky in the first couple of minutes. Like
not in my opinion.
his clearances were like getting he was skying the clearances instead of like was like going up instead
Maybe
of
just
going
needed
forward.
to take a bit time to get comfortable
Yeah,
in the
and there
game
was this
potentially.
weird thing, I don't know if you noticed it, where he ended up being right back, and Dallo ended up being left back because they somehow crossed each other's paths like towards the end of the game, and like De
Ah,
Gea's looking at both of them, and he's going like, "What are you guys doing?" Like you're both trying to be on the left back position. You're supposed to fill in the gaps, and he was just giving this dirty look to both of them. He was like, "What's going on here?
what are y'all doing?
How are you both like how are you both on one side?"
That's that's funny. But I mean, I still felt like he looked alright. But obviously when you don't have a shot on that left hand side, you're missing with the crosses and whatnot. Like especially when it comes to attacking, like he does offer a lot and whatnot. And with the corner, the goal. Pretty sure he had the assist for that, wasn't it? The
Today's assist was the pre-assist was Anthony who chopped it onto Sabitza's head, who headed it down towards
yeah, yeah,
Rashford.
yeah, yeah. No, I'm
Rashford hit
thinking
it
more so like
across.
who whipped in the cross for the corner
I think it
first.
was Anthony. Anthony gave it to
Was it
Sabitzer.
Anthony?
Yeah, Anthony gave it to Sabitzer because I remember because it's a left. It was a left cross in. It's very easy. It's
Oh,
very
yeah.
easy to remember that. There's very
There's
few
been
people who are going to do that in our
yeah,
team
that
with
is
the
a good point.
left. So
There's been so many. Like we got a lot of corners in that game. Lord have mercy. I can't remember when we've gotten so
first
many
half,
corners.
one shot off target for Brentford only. I think the first shot was in 40 minutes. I think we
Yeah,
completely shut them
we
off for the first
we
half.
really were on them. Like that's what I'm saying. Like as somebody was saying also in the chat, then in this match reaction and the watch along that if we just need to kill off games. Imagine if we just had like a prolific goal scorer up top. It would be a wrap. It'll be done.
So can I ask you something? This will be little. This is a little off topic, but Vegas
Okay,
didn't play today, so I just want to ask you something.
go
Did
ahead.
you find us any different without Vegas? Like everyone complains he's not prolific, right? Vegos came off, our top scorer is
No, we
on
still
right in
weren't
front
really.
of
Yeah,
him.
yeah, yeah, no, no, no.
This
We
is
still,
this is this is my argument. It's like everyone goes Vegos, Vegos, this,
but
that,
we were
and I'm
doing
not
this
even
even
disagreeing with
before
that.
Vegors came. We were doing the
Exactly,
same
and
thing
and
even.
I think
So
it's really unfair flack because it's like, okay, Vegos didn't play today. What's everyone's excuse now? What's the excuse today? Like we okay, everyone's gonna go we won. I'm like, nah, nah, nah. That's that. No, I'm not having that. We have won games with Vegas in our team. I'm
we
not having
have.
any of that. We've won
We're not gonna
nonsense.
try to scapegoat him and whatnot and make him like he's an
But
issue.
but but who is the first issue? Everyone complains about that. That's. I was just watching the game today. I'm like, you know what? Let's see. If they win 4-0 today, you can go. Hey, you know what? Everybody's right. But
Mm-hmm.
we won 1-0.
Yeah.
We won 1-0 again, and
Good
I
point.
don't know. I don't know. I mean, like, listen, people are going to go, he's still worse than Martial. I'm like, yeah, but Martial was on the bench for 70 minutes again. Like, oh, by the way, guys, if no one noticed, still didn't play, even though Vegas didn't play. Still didn't play. So
But
now
he
tell me,
did.
who are you going to prefer? Now who are you going to
Did
prefer? Are you going to
oh,
let.
you're saying like he didn't
He didn't
start.
play today, too. So everyone was like, yeah,
He came
Martial's
on
going
the
to
second
start
half,
next
but
game. He has
he
to.
still came on though.
When did he come on? 70th minute? Didn't he come on 70th minute last game, too?
No, I think he came on the. Wait, he came
Give,
on
give
with
me a
Fred.
second.
He
Give me a
came on with
second.
Fred.
Give me a second. If you want, read some chats. I'll have a look and I'll tell you.
Okay. Uh, okay, this is a bit. Sancho needs to eat more. I don't know what this word means, but is it inappropriate?
Probably.
I mean, the name by itself. Come on now, I'm just gonna call you McLeod. I ain't calling you the first one, brother. Come on now. And it's
Just not saying anything about it.
yeah,
You
and the
know.
second half of that, another comment you put it. No, I'm not reading that. Mm-mm.
Uh,
Come on now.
Anthony Martial came on at 71 minutes. Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
What was the difference? Nothing. Sadly, nothing. We had 18 shots, three on target.
I felt like
We have less shots. We have less shots and more on target with Begos in the team. We've only had 3 shots on target today.
did we really? I felt like we had more shots on
Yeah,
target.
I'm looking at it right now. We have 18 shots, 3 on target, 8 off target, 7 blocked. How is
Oh,
this? How is this better? Like I mean, listen, yeah, it's clearly starting to become an agenda, isn't it? Let's just be honest.
maybe. But we still need to give it. Martial just came back from injury and whatnot, like last game.
No,
We
but that's what I'm
still
saying,
give.
right? Everyone was
Yeah.
like, he's sitting on the bench. He's definitely going to start today because Vegas was terrible, this, that, and the other. Didn't start
Yep.
today
Mm-hmm.
again.
I see it.
I mean, I don't know what to say.
All right. Question here from Ravi says, which areas in the team do you feel United are the most strongest when they play? Thoughts? Where do you feel?
I think defense clearly. Just
Why?
to give you a little teaser of what I was looking at.
Okay.
The Newcastle loss was 6 shots, 1 on target. It's the same average, 18 to 3, 6 to 1. It's literally the same ratio.
Yeah, we were shit in that game.
Yeah, we
Fucking
were
hell.
shit in that game, but it's the same ratio. That's what I'm trying to say. Even though we
Mm,
had more possession in that game. And there's one more thing I wanted to show you, read out, which
okay.
was when did Martial come in, which is what I wanted to read. Martial came on at 62 minutes for Vegas. In fact, he came later on in this game, which is, my God, I don't even know what to say about that.
I don't
Came on
know.
later in this
Yeah,
game.
I really expected him to start this game, so I was a bit like shocked when I didn't see it. But hey,
I'm
you know,
starting to think I was right. I'm starting to think I was right. I think he's just not going to get game time because he wants him to be fit so he can sell him at the end of the season. I'm starting to feel
hey,
that's the thing now.
no, I probably think that's the key. Yeah, he's not a part of it because seriously, Ten Hag really wanted him to be a part of it, but he's like, yo, I can't be having you be gone for so many games left and right, and it be not even the same injury, but different injuries every time. Like, no, you're not available. You gotta go. So it could be the case that it's more so like, okay, you're available. You will use you a bit here and there, but you're gonna go regardless. So I can see
Yeah,
that.
and
I don't see him
the
staying.
fact that he got less minutes today, got replaced by Sancho, who probably had the worst game out of everyone. I would say Bruno and him had the worst game. And when I mean worst game, I mean if you were to rate them, not an actual bad game. The fact that he came on later, he came on like almost 10 minutes later than he did for Vegas in the last game, which was 3 days ago. And
Good point.
same ratio, 6-1, 18-3. That is like a 6-1 ratio
Mm-hmm.
of shots on target. It's the same thing. There is no difference. In fact, the only difference I would say is we had more possession. Like JP is saying here, today without Weghorst, it works only because Brentford sat back and allowed us to play. So if Brentford was attacking like they normally do, in general, not necessarily all the time, would we even have 18 shots? Would we even have three on target?
Mm, good point. Good point.
I think
Hey,
it's clearly becoming an agenda though. It's very easy to blame
there's
Weghorst.
definitely stuff. Yeah,
Very
I
easy to
see
blame
it.
him. It
I
seems
see it.
like it's becoming very easy to blame him more and more.
Yeah,
So
and it's like, come on now, you know, it's going to be a narrative here and there, but like
what do
sometimes
you
it's okay to be like
also
criticizing, but you know,
yeah
making him feel
also
like he's,
Sophie, what do you
you know.
expect? What do you expect? 5 million on loan. What do you
No, but
want from
that's
the
what
guy?
I've been saying. But that's also what I'm trying to, make it clear for people. Why are we thinking like that? This guy came from what? What are we? He still is doing a job. It's of course unfortunate that he's also pretty much, aware of. Okay, yeah, I'm doing a job, but I still only have 2 goals. He still have that self awareness. He still knows that as well, and of course he would want to, be better and whatnot. But yeah, I still do feel like it was a good thing to let him rest for today because
Yeah.
hey, we're
I think
playing
he's going.
lots of
I
games.
think he's going to give Everton defense problems. I really do think
Maybe I
because
hope he will.
they're tall. You know, Michael Keane's not the fastest. He's tall. You know, so it'll be more to Vegas' strengths. You know, the tall, slower center backs. He'll
Mhm.
get to bully them more. You know, get to dig into them a little bit more.
Mhm.
Uh, might
That's a
work
good
out for
point.
us. Let's see.
Yeah. Leveling asks, do you think we are creating an over
There we
reliance on
go. He
Rashford to score
said, look
goals?
at JP said it. My God, it's like we're reading each other's minds. JP literally, his latest comment said exactly what I said.
Okay.
Tarkovsky and Keane. Wow, look at that.
Come on now. Yeah.
Simpatico. JP and me
Hey.
simpatico at the moment. Let's go.
But yeah, this question again. Do you think we're creating an over reliance on Rashford to score goals?
Oh, another stat. Most goals in all competitions for a Manchester United player. 28 Zlatan, 28 Bruno, 28 Rashford. Rashford has 10 games to go. So
Music to my ears.
I guess that answered your question, Llewellyn, sorry. I guess that answers your question. I would say yes, greatly.
100%.
Because if Bruno, you remember what Bruno did that season, it was an over reliance on Bruno. It's pretty
It
much the same
was
thing.
100%. Real
So
talk.
I didn't read it properly though. I didn't understand what is most goals in all competitions. Because Ronaldo scored 30 something goals and they were showing Zlatan as the top, and I was very confused.
What?
So yeah, because didn't
Hmm.
Ronaldo score 38 goals in the league? Like I didn't understand that. I didn't read that stat properly. It was like most goals in all competitions or something. I don't know. Maybe in the
Okay.
last 10 years, there must have been some kind of caveat because obviously
Hmm.
Ronaldo scored 38 goals. So
Freaking hell, that's insane.
and
That's insane.
he tied Andy Cole's goals. I think most
Mm.
goals in a season.
Come
I
on
think
now.
something like that.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of stats today. He kind of passed. I think with the Everton game, he's obviously going to pass that 28 goal tally. I mean, he's
Yeah.
going to pass it anyway. There's 10 games left. But yeah,
Exactly.
how many do you think he's going to end up getting if he's at 28 right now?
Mm, that is a
Think he'll
good
get
question.
40? Think he'll get 40?
Ooh.
We have about 16 games left. If I'm
I
not, we have
mean,
10 in the league, two quarterfinals, two
what I would love to
semifinals.
see, the thing is, if he could score like more like a brace here and there, several games, maybe a hat trick here and there, sometimes that might be lacking a bit, even though like he'd be scoring like one or two. But it potentially, I'm maybe thinking maybe 32.
Oh, you think he's only going to score four more goals? We have like 17 games left.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah,
We have 10 league games. We have if we go through all the competitions, we got two quarters, two semis, and a final. That's another
35,
5 games. So another 7 goals. I think that's reasonable. I think
35.
he's going. I think he's definitely going to get a brace here and there for sure.
I think so too. Maybe like a Europa. You never know. Maybe like, hey, we're gonna be playing, next week
I
at
mean,
home,
Sevilla
Sevilla.
is currently crap, so that might work out for us.
Do give us a hat trick, Rashi, like Eddie
Oh,
used
by the
likes to
way,
call him, Rash
I found out
Mbappe.
something.
Yep.
I wouldn't go that far.
I wouldn't go
Not
that
yet.
far as well. That's his words, but it's funny.
Uh,
Yeah,
um, Fun fact. Remember, I was going on about USG, the Europa League team that I wanted to play for the next round.
yeah.
We're not going to get into the whole conspiracy thing.
No.
Apparently, the same owners own Brighton.
Wait, huh?
Yeah, I think I heard that somewhere. Yeah, on in one of the commentaries.
They own
Same
Brighton.
owners own USG. Yeah, the Belgian team or wherever they're from. They're
Huh.
Belgian, right? Union Saint-Gilloise,
I
I don't know
think
how
they
you say it
might
in
be.
French. Yeah. So that was very interesting
Interesting. Huh. Okay.
because it's quite a coincidence, right? Brighton's doing well, USG are doing well. Hmm.
Mm.
There are these sneaky little billionaires, just underneath the surface, they're investing here and
Hey,
their teams are
they
doing
out
well.
here. Real talk. That's funny. That says, Sophia, who do you play up top on Saturday against Everton? Ooh. I mean, I would have assumed it would going to be Martial in this game, so maybe Martial in the Everton game then.
Yeah, I just don't think he's going to play him at all, really. I think he wants to sell him. I was telling you and Eddie the same thing. Injured Martial, it means zero value. You get nothing for him. Like
Exactly.
we are
So you
not
need to
gonna,
play him
we're
here
never
and
gonna
there.
re, yeah, and we're never gonna recoup our 50 million. And I don't think we should either because it's been 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
I think 10 years for 50 million is definitely worth it. It's not like it's not like Di Maria who we had to sell on a loss.
Ugh.
Um, so I think we got our money's worth in that sense.
Yeah.
And I think even if we get 20 million, I think it's 20 million profit because 10
Mm.
years on the contract,
Interesting.
27, you might 27 years old, 28 maybe this year, 27, 28, might get 20 million.
Maybe.
I take it. I take it and call it a profit. Actually, funny enough, I
Hey,
really would.
I will.
I mean, think about it. How many players in the top leagues get 10 years in one club? I take it as a
Everton, yeah,
profit.
he's been there for a
He's not
long
even 30
time.
years old by the time we sell him.
Yeah,
I
I
take it.
know.
I'd call it a
He'll be
profit
28
if we
this
get 20
year, so
mil.
we're the same age. So yeah, the
If we get 20 mil, I'd call it a profit. Write it off under the Maguire tax because that's going to be a loss.
oof.
Yeah.
Yikes.
In fact, you know
Yep.
what is full profit? Full profit's going to be McTominay because we got him for free. So
Homegrown. Yep.
that's real profit we're going to make whatever the money is.
That's what I
So
wanted us to do with like Lingard, which we
yeah,
didn't do.
well, he didn't want, well, he actually did want to leave. I guess
He
Solskjaer
did
didn't want
want
him
to
to leave.
leave,
I
but
don't know.
we decided to say, no, 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 we gonna let you play. Of course, you're a part of this team. Stay, Lingy, stay. And then here we are. But he's not doing that well
The
for
thing is,
Forest.
it
But
could
it is
have.
what it
The
is.
thing is, it could have worked. It could have worked, but even
Because he was
Ragnick didn't
cooking
want
for
him.
West Ham. He was cooking.
Yeah,
I
but even
remember him.
then, even Ragnick didn't want him once Ole left. So then it's like,
That's what I'm saying. Like but also
but again,
it's
though,
he
again,
should
it's
have gone
free.
as well
So
though. He
yeah,
should have
yeah,
been
probably.
like, you know what? No, no, I'm gonna go.
Seeing Andreas Pereira do so well, I'm surprised we couldn't sell him in the first place. Like we had to
Very good
like loan
point.
him to like Brazil. We had to loan him to, was it the Brazilian league?
I
Like I
think
couldn't even believe it.
yeah, did he go to like Flamengo or something?
Yeah, yeah, Flamenco. Yeah, and from there to sell him to, did he go on a free? I
He's
don't remember. To Fulham.
he's been creating a lot of
No, no,
chances.
we
I believe
sold him.
like
I
he has
think to
very
Fulham.
high stats.
Right, we
Yeah,
sold him to Fulham. Again,
believe
pure
we.
profit. But by the time we sold him, he was not even worth much, unfortunately.
Yeah,
We sold him straight
that's
from United. We would have actually made more money. But I guess
I
he
think
didn't
so
want to
too.
go to the championship at the time. So
Yeah, but he's hey, good move for him. He's doing well, and I
he's
think
doing well.
everything
It
doing
shows
very
that
well.
he is Premier League quality. He's just not United quality, which is what I thought we all thought anyway.
Yeah.
We never thought he can't play in the league. We just thought he
No,
can't
no,
play
we
for
just thought
us.
like yeah, because there's some players that okay, you just it's not like you're washed. You just don't not good for Man United, but there's still somebody that would want you, and you still do a job for somebody else. You know what I'm saying? And Mama said, "Is Luke Shaw injury serious?" I don't think it is serious. They're probably just taking the repercussions and trying to, hey, you know,
Muhammad, he walked off, so I
yeah,
definitely don't think it's serious. That's all I'll say.
I agree.
If he walked
Uh,
off, he walked off and he didn't go down the tunnel either.
yeah, he didn't.
So
He didn't, or I didn't see
so
that at least.
yeah, I
Um,
didn't see that.
Tolumba says Newcastle plays Brentford. We hope Brentford makes their bounce back. Oh, is that the next? Yeah, Brentford. Brentford. Come on now. I hope so.
They aren't beating Brentford 5-1. I'll tell you that
Yeah,
much.
they're all not. Yeah, they are not doing that. It's
They're
so
not doing
funny
that.
how like a lot of these, the teams like upper half are like playing each other now. Like it's
The difference between
the league
fifth,
is
sixth, seventh, eighth,
it's funny.
ninth, I think is 3 points, and the difference between 12th and 20th is 7 points. 10,
That's mad.
10th, 11th, and 12th have this buffer, but they're
Yeah, they're
not.
just
10th,
like we
and
just
10th and
yeah
11th. Sorry, yeah,
yeah
10th and 11th are kind of safe.
yeah. That's Chelsea.
12th to 20th, 12th into 20th is dangerous.
But what if Chelsea
Uh,
gets themselves into a relegation battle? That'd be funny. That'd be hella funny. Oh,
is
I
it
want
true that
Liverpool to do it. Yeah,
Lampard
Liverpool.
Lampard signed, right?
Yeah,
Lampard
I
signed the
heard
thing,
that.
right?
I took a long nap before the game. Suddenly, I see Twitter orange scene. I was like, "What?" I literally had to check.
But
Is it April 1st? No, we're past
but
that,
is
right?
that does that make sense though, Sophia? Because if you
No,
remember, it does make sense. He was sitting on the ground
no, no.
yesterday
It does make sense why he was sitting on the ground. Yeah, but I still find it weird that
because I
decided
didn't know
to.
why he was there. To me, it didn't
Yeah,
make
yeah, yeah.
sense. I was like, isn't it
I
a little
yeah,
too soon for you to be here? It's
yeah,
a
yeah,
little
yeah,
too
yeah,
soon
yeah.
for you to sit there.
But now it does make sense why he was
Makes
sitting
sense.
on the ground. 100%. I just think the actual of the fact that they decided to have him again as an interim or whatnot. I don't know. That doesn't. I feel like you're going backwards. What they really messed up with was getting rid of Tuchel. But hey, that's another talking point for another day.
And
Um.
what the real mistake they made is getting rid of Lukaku because we can't get to see him flop some more.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I mean, I think hey, it is what it is. With Lukaku,
I like
of
to
course.
I like to lovingly call him trampoline toes.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Or if you want to be really polite, first touch of a bouncy castle.
Whoo. Wow. Shots fired today. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's kind of easy when you talk a big game and then do nothing. It's really
Yeah.
easy
I
to
still, it
shoot.
wasn't okay with the whole leaking stats and what remember the
Yeah.
papers that said Luke Shaw
He's like
was at
he's like,
the
oh,
last.
I'm the fastest guy here. I'm like, yeah, but this isn't the 100 meters dash. You're in
I
the
was
wrong
like,
sport.
brother. And then the interview with Chelsea, but what all of that to say, the way he was treated with the, I don't know if you heard with the Juve fans yesterday, the racial
Listen,
abuse.
yeah,
That's
the
disgusting.
first season he did that. He Smalling even when they both went on loan to Italy, they both got abuse. Ole Gunnar
Yeah,
Solskjaer contacted them and said, "Do you want to come back?" Because at the end of the day, it's an asset for the team, and it's not a good look. He
it's not.
called them. He said, "Do you want to come back?" It's not acceptable. If you want to come back, then we'll cut the loan ties.
It's like, get the guy to do better. God, Lord have mercy. I
Yeah,
don't
but I
care.
mean, at the end, we're talking about them, but Balotelli was Italian by citizenship, and he used to get
Fine.
that. We're talking about
But that's what I'm
10
saying.
years
Like
ago.
but that's why I find so mad because it's like the U offense and but you got people of color in your own team.
I
What?
would say I would say, yeah, but I think even Moise Kean had a tough time in Juve, didn't he?
That's what I'm like. It's just, huh? I find it ridiculous when people be like, but no, regardless, that's a whole nother talking point for maybe another stream, probably like
Yeah,
racism, football, and whatnot. That
probably.
that could be actual talking point. But I just, solitude to him in terms of that. I didn't like, of course, how the whole United thing
Yeah, of
ended.
course,
And
it's not
but
great and all, but did
yeah,
he wind up the Juve fans?
did he?
Because did he wind them up? Because he
No,
has that dirty habit of winding the fans up, doesn't he?
but
Example,
still
us.
doesn't
No,
excuse.
no, no. I'm just
You know,
saying. No, I'm just saying though. If he's winding them up,
yeah, but he didn't. He didn't. He just stood there and was like, the celebration, whatnot, and then I'm sorry. If you gonna start be giving me gorilla monkey chats, then after that, then that is on you. Then you're a racist prick. I'm not gonna, you know what I'm
that's
saying?
true.
But hey, once again, talking point for another day. Big up to Jarvis, fellow United supporter, and also who I found out is also from Norway. So big up to you. Come on now.
Really? Oh,
Yeah, I
awesome.
don't know where from Norway, but hey, big up fellow
Oh,
Norwegian.
look at that. He has a lovely logo behind of the United thing on his wall as well.
Come on now.
Nice. It's a nice
Brighton
big
used
one too.
yeah.
It's Ole country, no matter what the United fans will tell you. Sorry.
Brighton used the
Sorry.
Moneyball strategy. Sorry, Brentford. Oh, really? Okay. Levin says breaking news: Chelsea buys Martial for 100 million. The way
Oh, I would
Chelsea is
love it. I
moving.
would love it.
Uh,
The sad part is he's only got 1 year left. I would have loved that.
oh,
That would have been great.
oh, yeah. We are bad at making deals. Tolumba, tell him. Daniel James, the man, the myth, the legend. The fact that we got a profit for Daniel James at that time. I was like,
And he scored and he did better than Pepe. And we had a song about how he's better than Pepe, younger than Pepe.
hey, Liverpool will definitely get the Europa and they will cook. They are not getting anything. I'm letting you know. Clip
Oh,
this. They are not getting
Tualumba,
anything.
I'm not. Amir Ali is a Liverpool fan.
Yes,
Maybe he can decide. I think it's not going to be that easy this season. I think everyone's way too close to each other. Way too close. Like a lot of teams have to fall off. And
100%. 100%. JP says United need physical fit young players, defense the likes of Southampton, Marbella, Kochap,
Kochap, yeah,
midfield.
that's the center back from Germany for
Yeah.
Southampton. Very
Yeah,
good.
midfield Onana from. Oh, yes, I do like him. Everton.
Amadou
Newcastle
Onana.
wins because they have physical fit players who can run all game. Yeah, hey, I see it. There's definitely some contenders. Leveling. I realize we haven't done player rankings in a long time. We can do that for the last few minutes of the show. It'll be a shorter one this time. Big up to UKFC. Chelsea's gonna sign everyone. Hey, okay. Still FA Cup semifinal.
That's true.
We gonna win the FA Cup. Can we see? Maybe, maybe. You
Listen,
still,
KFC, Stoke City played a really good game against Blackburn.
but
And
it's not Stoke. It's Sheffield
y'all did
United. They're playing Sheffield
sorry,
United. I checked. Yeah,
Sheffield had a
yeah.
really good game against Blackburn.
Hmm.
I will say you did get knocked out of the Carabao Cup by Southampton.
Yes.
So Southampton is technically 2 spots above Stoke City. Sorry, Sheffield United, because they both have the same colors. That's why I keep confusing them,
I know.
don't I?
I know. I know. That's true. I see
So
it.
it's Burnley and Sheffield, which is
And both are still in the championship.
technically below Southampton if you go by rankings nationally. So
Come on
spots
now.
below Southampton, and they
Tell
played
them.
really well against Blackburn. So
Yeah, we'll talk.
I
Uh,
believe it was a comeback. In fact, if I'm not mistaken, I think Blackburn was leading that game and they won
I
3-2.
think it potentially. Yeah, you know what? You could be right there. You could be right there. Should we do
Tough game. It's
a
going to be
yeah
tough.
quick? I agree 100%. Play rankings. We'll do it. Okay. We'll start with the hair. Well, basically, what I like to do is like five is like average, and then all up to
Yeah,
10 and whatnot,
yeah. Out
and
of
no like
10. Okay,
point fives and whatnot. Just simple, you know.
okay.
So yeah, the hair. What do you want to give him?
I will give David De Gea a solid 7. He would have gotten above average 6 to me. The only reason I'm giving him a 7 is because he made that beautiful block against Shard, uh, where he was one on one and he made
Yeah.
himself really
If he
and he
didn't do that,
get
it would have been an
then
equalizer.
I'll give him a 6 because I honestly think he didn't have much to do, which is a good thing
I
for
want to say
once.
a six as
I'm not going
well.
to complain about that.
No,
I'm not going
that
to
that's.
complain
I
about that.
mean, hey, I don't mind. Six. I think
He
that's
deserves
yeah,
another clean sheet. It goes on the
yeah.
record book for another clean sheet in the league. He's creeping up on that Petr Cech record. By the way, if anyone doesn't know
Ooh,
that, he's
how
third
much
right
clean
now. He's
sheets does the Petr
so
Cech have?
Petr Cech has 202. David De Gea is over 150, I believe. So
Wow, wait, I thought it was way more than that. That
oh no,
hair
Petr
could
Cech it's only
actually.
200. 202 is actually a lot of clean sheets if you think
Yeah,
about
no,
it.
I know, but like just I would have assumed. But then again, I need to remember the hair has been playing in the. He's been here for
Yeah,
so long that sometimes you be forgetting that, and he
yeah,
still has several years to go, regardless of whether he stays here or
yeah.
and whatnot. But it would be great that he does stay here and imagine breaking that record. That can happen. Hey,
Could
that
happen.
can happen.
We need to play a lot better though. Could
We do, we
happen.
do. I'm saying next season
Yeah,
not saying he could break it next season, but let's say next
yeah.
season,
I think
season
he'll
and a
finish
half,
second. I think he'll finish second.
maybe potentially. But
Second's more attainable, I think.
mm, I see it. What about Lisandro Martinez? What do you want to give him?
8.
Ooh, Did you feel like, honest question here, at the end maybe more so when I felt like Brentford were kind of coming a little bit into the game, and there were moments where one of the substitutes from I can't
Brentford.
remember the guy's name, but he
Da
kind of
Silva,
ran past her a few times.
Da Silva, Da
Maybe?
Silva shot.
No, 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 no,
That's where
no.
the chip happened.
No, no, it was somebody else.
So the first three
One of the
replacements were
wingers.
Shard, Da Silva, and Baptiste. Those were the first three subs. And then the last two subs were Visa and I
Wait, yeah,
forgot
it
who.
was one of the triple substitutions. It was a triple
Yeah.
substitution.
So it's either
Um,
Baptiste, De Silva, or Shard.
Shot. It
I
was
think
shot.
because
I see him here.
he that's how he got the chip, right? He went around
Yes,
Martinez
yes,
because there was a
yes,
confusion in the pass.
yes.
That's why I gave the points to De Gea.
Yeah,
That's why I got the 7 because everyone went to sleep on that attempt.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I
Yeah.
felt like he just looked like somebody was stating in the watch along that he might, it's fatigue, and I'm thinking like he kind of looked tired, man. Kind of looked he looked tired. Not gonna
15
lie.
games in the next 15
Yeah.
games in the next 45 days if we win everything. If we play every game.
Wow. No, so me maybe, yeah, maybe like an 8, because we're used to giving him like tens and whatnot. Maybe an 8 would be. I think
I
that's
give him
worth
an 8,
it.
I give him an 8 because he stepped up for the clearances towards the end as
Yeah,
the game was getting
yeah.
really hairy.
Mhm.
Yeah, look, Ahmed Ali is agreeing with me there. Gotta sleep
Yeah,
soon,
he's
Swagger.
green.
Oh yes. You
Completely
gotta
understand.
observe Ramadan. Yeah. I like how they're letting everyone break the fast during the game. I like that because the Everton players looking like Ganage and Decore looked like they were gonna pass out. The way they were
Oof.
breaking their fast, they looked like, geez, come on,
Oh,
thank God.
I mean,
When they saw
you
the
you
break, they
gotta
were like,
give
let's go. They
mad
were like,
respect to
let's
the
go.
guys that be fasting like freaking hell, playing pro
Nah,
ball
it's
and whatnot.
madness.
You fasting, cause I used to be fasting
And
when I was younger,
even if
and
it happens, even if it happens before the game, like you can break it before the game, that's fine. But
yeah,
the way the timings just line up, which is 20 minutes into the game, it's like, oh,
yeah. Then you already like the energy is basically just woof, you know. So I see that. Wait, am I lagging or something? Wait, you said
you seem
okay
fine.
now?
You
Okay,
seem
okay.
fine. Okay.
Okay, well, if it's okay, no, no, great. Okay, so yeah, we'll give both eights to Martinez. What about Varane? Somebody was saying a 10 out of 10 earlier. What do you feel?
I'm going to say 7.5.
Really? No halves? You got to pick?
Okay,
We don't do halves here?
I'll give him an 8. I'll give him an 8. I
Okay,
don't mind giving him an 8.
okay.
It's just between nitpicking between Varane and Martinez. Really. I thought Martinez did
Mm,
had the better game, really. Since there's no half. I mean, I could go 7, but I think that would be really harsh.
I
Amir Ali is
almost,
picking 7, which is fair,
okay.
but
I
I
think with
I'd say it's a
people,
little close.
are we maybe overlooking Varane a bit, because he was clearing a lot of, he was bam, bam, heading out. A lot of
I would
balls
agree.
coming.
I think we are getting used to the norm. Just before I ended my live stream myself, I think Amir Ali was there. I think he was there. I'm not sure. He may have dropped in and said hello at the time.
Yep.
I think, but what I did say was is that we are getting more accustomed to Varane. So his performances tend to be a little less impressive and more
Mm,
standard.
mm,
And I what I told my the subs and people who were watching with me were, I'm starting to feel that way about Martinez too, and I like that. I'm liking that we go, he had an 8, but
because
saying 8,
lots of
you're making the face,
eights.
but you're saying 8,
Yeah,
like.
right? We're
Yeah,
like,
so
oh, an
so it's
eight.
like
It's like an
we're
eight is actually really good.
getting used to the better performances is a very good sign of a team that has more potential, I think. I
That is
think
a
that's
very good
why
point.
very happy about going. He's an 8, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. I might actually, I want to say a 9, but then again, like, what is the reason why I'm not saying 10? Because we kept the clean sheet. He looked good.
yeah,
But
but
it's,
they definitely made mistakes though.
yeah, we did.
That
Maybe I still want to say a 9, man. Nah, he looked good for me. He looked good for me. I'm going to say a 9.
they look good.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of nitpicking, like
Yeah,
fine
it really
details of.
is. It really is.
Yeah.
That's a good point. Okay, what about Dallo?
Uh, oh, Dallas gonna be a tough one for me.
That is tough one for me too, actually.
I'm
Dallo.
going to say 7.
Okay.
but he gets a lot of that 7 because of the link up play with Anthony today. I thought it was pretty good. Yeah, Amir Ali could be right, you know. I know he's a Liverpool fan, but he seems to be very even-handed with
Yeah,
his
yeah,
with
yeah,
his with his
Amir is
comments
pretty
and
like he's
like I
super,
said,
just book. Yeah.
it's a difficult one for me. I would give him 7 on less than a performance and more on chemistry, like chemistry building for the rest of the season. I thought
Mm,
him and Anthony's work tandem work rate was very good, so I'd give him a little push on that end. That's what I'd say.
I think
Just a
I'm.
little bit.
Yeah. What would I say? Maybe I would say a six. Like, yeah, just because it was so good up until like the World Cup, and like the form has dipped, of course, because of the injury and whatnot. He's still getting back there, but when we think of, if I'm going to compare it to, you know, like I said, up until the World Cup, he was just on a lot of people. Rival
Yeah.
fans were even talking about how good he
Going
was.
going I'll take him at Barcelona, I'll take him at Real Madrid. We had that whole thing because their
People were
right
saying
backs are
that
not
stuff.
necessary. Yeah,
Yeah. So I'm going to say a six, but it's not necessarily. It's still above average. It's
yeah,
like, hey.
that's fair.
Luke Shaw, I mean, he had like, I don't even know, he had 36 minutes or so. So, with the what you saw,
I'll just give him a 5
yeah, I feel
because
like
I don't think it's
we
enough.
can.
Also, he might be injured, so
Yeah, I'll say a five as well. Yeah, I think that's fair to say a five.
I think he would
Okay,
easily get a 7 though if he played the game for sure.
I think so too. Yeah,
You
Bruno.
gotta you gotta rate him on what they did though. So I'll
Yep,
just give him a 5.
agreed. What
Bruno
about
Bruno along with Sancho will be probably my lowest scores. I'm
really?
gonna give yeah because I think Bruno was missing today, but he was not missing because he was bad.
Yeah.
I think they were just playing on the other side of the flank, and he was doing a lot of cleanup work.
Oh.
So I felt like he's doing a lot of cleanup work. He wasn't in the position where he could ping the ball necessarily. He was more trying to like
Mm-hmm.
scoop it up in case anyone does a bad pass or people want to
I
pass
did speak,
sideways.
but I felt like that still was, I did
Yeah, I
kind of,
mean, like I said, it's not his fault, right? If they're
yeah,
gonna play on the wing and they're going to like not try and distribute it down the middle, and
yeah.
that's where he is. He can't really
Okay.
control that. All he
Yeah.
can do is whatever's available to him.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll give him a 6. I agree with Amir Ali again. I would
Yeah.
give him a 6, but honestly, it's not because it's his fault.
I get
Not
that.
this game, not this game at least.
No,
Like I can't
last game
really.
was,
Yeah.
that was not it. But
Yeah, I
I
mean,
want to
they were
say
all
it's
crap last
seven.
game. They were all
Yeah. Oh,
crap. Can I
everybody.
say? Oh my God! Thank you for reminding me.
What?
In the 80th minute, no, when you were talking about our performance last game, I just remember something. In the 80 something minute, when Thomas Frank made the final 2 changes, there
Yeah.
was a moment where they panned to him, and I think the players were asking, should we just push forward for a goal? And he was like, no, do not bottle it, but do not overwhelm your own players. And that's what we should have done for Newcastle. It could have still finished 1-0 like it did today for against Brentford. It could have finished 1-0 first. The game would have been more tighter. We just capitulate. And when I saw because what he did was he was like, no, 4 at the back. He was like, should we, push the wingers down? Should we add an extra center back because they play with 3, right? Should we take the center back out and like go
Mm.
forward?
Mm-hmm.
Because I saw Pontus Jansson playing on the right hand side closer to the middle towards the end of the game because Roslav and Rico Henry were basically wingers for the about maybe
Mm-hmm.
10 minutes of the game. And he was like, no, 4 at the back. Stay solid at the back because they will counter because of Martial and Rashford. And y'all aren't fast enough. And I'm like, why didn't we do that? Again, we came with Lindelof. And I'm like, wait, 1 minute. Why are we doing the same method again? When I saw Lindelof coming again, I was like, wait, why are we doing this again? This
Yeah.
clearly didn't work the last game. And I was like, oh,
It
if this
worked, but
doesn't work.
hey. Whew.
But I was thinking to myself, if this doesn't work, Ten Hag,
Yeah.
this
I'm
is a
not gonna lie.
bigger
I was
L
like,
than last week.
yeah, because he
I was
came
like,
in
this is a
while they
bigger
had
L
the
because we were
corner.
winning. Yeah, and
Yeah.
we were winning. This would have
I
been a
was
bigger
like,
L if we
if
lost
we,
points. I was like,
I
oh,
swear, if we, because it's one thing is it would be like, with like, for instance, when Spurs they were a goal up, right, and whatnot. Even though, okay, they played against 10 men, and then it was 10-10 afterwards, but still, they still had a goal up, and then they completely ruin
Also,
it for themselves.
Tottenham for the last 30 minutes when they were down to 10 men, they were playing tippy tappy football like Barcelona around the back. And there were many times where Lloris gave the ball to the opposition, even though they were with 10 men, because he tried to
Was
play out from the
Louise
back.
back? I didn't even watch the game. Was
Was it
Louise back?
Lloris? It was Lloris, yeah.
Is he
Pretty
back
sure it
now?
was
I thought it
Lloris.
was Ben Foster still, but hey, or
No,
Fraser
Ben
Foster. It's
Foster,
not.
Fraser Foster. Yeah.
Yeah, both
And
they got similar last
they
names, but
were
hey,
they were like crossing the. They were trying to play from the back, and I was like, "Wait, you have an extra man. What are you all doing? Why are you not killing the game off 30 minutes?" And they
that's
were
mad.
actually playing around the back,
Yeah,
and they were
that is
losing the
mad.
ball in
Y'all
their own
go for
third.
the kill. What the
I
hell?
don't know. You should watch some of the highlights. They were losing their ball in the final
Yep.
third with one extra man on the pitch for
Wow.
30 minutes.
Hmm.
And when Michael Keane scored, I laughed. And I normally don't like to laugh because, quite honestly, we have been terrible for the last 10 years. Yeah, we've not been as bad as Spurs, but still. So I have that still, have that shame still a little bit because of how terrible
A
we've
little
been.
bit of the humility.
I just started laughing. I was like,
Sometimes you gotta
what are
laugh. I'm
they
sorry, I'm gonna
doing?
laugh.
Here's the thing: you can't even say sometimes that it is so stupid. Like any coach would have been like, "Put this game to bed. Half an hour with 10 men. Put this game to bed." You got Harry Kane, you got Son, you got whoever else. They don't even bring out Danjuma. Like,
I feel bad for that guy, but at the same time, he kind of is it maybe a bit of a karma for the fact that every
yeah,
time
because
we
he
were
he
good.
denied Everton. He did the
I'm
snake
telling
thing,
you,
and then he's on the bench after that. Like,
hey, could it be the universe trying to tell you sorry? Hey,
it's what happens when you over celebrate. You always pay eventually. You always pay.
that's funny.
Seriously.
Um, okay, so you said
Yeah,
Bruno.
so I was just wanting to know your thoughts on that because when Thomas Frank did the don't go crazy with 10 minutes left, I was like, why didn't we do this?
That's a good,
We
yeah.
could have definitely got chances without going too crazy for 10
Hey,
minutes.
that's something we gotta
Really
learn a
frustrating,
bit.
when Thomas Frank is like seventh place
He's like, no, no,
doing
don't
it
don't
with.
risk it. We'll take the L with 1-0, but we are not gonna get smacked here.
I was like, I was
Yeah.
really, I was kind of, I'm not going to lie, I was a little disappointed that we didn't
Mm,
do the same thing.
mm.
I know we're talking about a loss still, but I was a little disappointed. When I saw it, I kind of wish I didn't see it because it really left a bad taste in my mouth that he
No, I
did
get
that.
that. I completely see that. Yeah. Um. No, I see that. Well, we gotta do better. With Bruno, I want to give him a 7. But what about Sabitzer? What do you want to give him? He
I'll
looked
give him a
hella good for
seven.
me.
I'll
I
give him a
want to
seven.
give him an 8, man. He looked good to me, bro. That might have been
I
one of the
mean,
best games I've seen in
I
a long
could, I
time.
could, I could drag out the stats today, but I quite honestly, I just want to enjoy the fact that we won. We could do the whole detailed.
Sometimes I don't like the stats. It's hey, it is what it is. But the eyesight sometimes is hey. But
Yeah,
I
I thought
do
he
still
played way
cherish
better.
the stats.
I thought
But
he did play better today
yeah,
for
I feel
sure.
like that probably is the best game that I've seen of him in a United
Hmm.
shirt. In my opinion, he looked really good,
Yeah.
really good. Like if you compared from to last week, he looked really good in
Hmm.
my opinion.
Yes.
Um, yeah. So okay, what about Sancho?
Oh, Amir is saying 8 for Sabitzer.
Yep.
Sancho, I'll give. Oh boy.
I wanted to give him a 6, but maybe that would be too much. Should I give him a no? Still felt
I'll
like he was
I'll I'll
alright.
be
Maybe
generous. I'll
5.
be generous and I'll give him a 7. But I will say this: I can't really pick out anything that he did spectacularly.
7. Wow.
I was going to give him a 6, but I'm like, come on, man, clean sheet, started a game.
I still
I'll
feel
be a
like he
little.
played with confidence. I'm gonna say maybe because I'm trying to think like would I? But then again, I gave
The
Bruno a
highest I can
7.
go is 7.
I'll
I
give him a
can't. I can't.
6. I'll give him a
Yeah, I
6.
couldn't. Yeah, that's fair enough. I'm just giving it on, like based on other factors. Like I
I
said,
get that.
I can't really pinpoint something that I would go, oh wow, Sancho did that today. I can't do
Yeah.
that today. So,
Okay. What
and I
about?
think it's
Yeah.
it's important to rate them positively when it's a clean sheet, tough game.
Yeah.
He's
But it's
starting
still
after a
okay to
while.
be like, okay, hey, yeah, we got clean sheet
Yeah.
and whatnot. Then, but sometimes
He
it's
also
okay to
started
also
a
be
game
quiet.
after a while. It's been a
Yes.
while since he started a game as well.
Very good
So
point. Indeed.
I'll just
Yeah. I say,
also the problem was then Shaw also got removed, which affects how he plays the game as
for
well.
sure, it's that relationship. That yeah,
Yeah.
I
So
see it.
I'll be. I know I'm generous. I know it's a 6, but I'll be a little generous. I know it's a 6 though, if I'm being honest.
I see it. McTominay.
Thank God the Mixos out thing is not there anymore. I don't know why that thing's been removed from StreamYard today, but I'm very happy it is. So I don't have to show that to anyone today. There's that little thing that
Oh yeah,
under
yeah,
the
yeah,
regular
yeah.
Mixos,
Wait, wait.
like,
Or I think I just forgot to. Oh yeah.
oh boy,
Do you want
that's
me
not
to?
aging well. That's not aging well today, is it? Nah, that's fine. That's fine. That's okay.
Next
That's okay.
sauce out. Yeah. Just
I was gonna actually change it to nothing today because we
okay.
won. But
I mean, we could just have it like this
no, 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 that's fine. That's all
or
right. I,
like
I
that.
don't mind. I don't mind putting it there. Yeah, it's okay. I'm still
We'll have it
McSauce
all.
out anyway. I'm not gonna change that. I still want him
Yeah.
gone. But
Yeah.
yeah, see, Sancho 6. Yeah, I mean, fair enough. I agree.
Okay.
Um,
Oh,
what was
McTominay.
I gonna
What do
say?
you give
Sorry,
it?
McTominay. I'm gonna give him 7.
Good.
7 for his defensive work offensively. God, he's got to do better. God, he's got like that counter with 2 minutes left. Ball falls right to him.
Mm.
It's 2-on-2 in down the middle of the pitch. He tries this lazy pass to one of them. Gets completely intercepted.
Mm-hmm.
Not good. Not good.
Okay. What am I gonna give him? Might be in. I mean, I gave Bruno a 7. Do I feel like McTominay should also maybe a 7? Maybe a 7. Or I'll give him a 7. I'll give him a 7. I did feel like Amir is saying he was alright. Even though you said 6, but I'll give him a 7. Like it's kind of like a not the strongest
For
7.
me, yeah, but for me, exactly. And it's only based on defensive, what he did defensively. Like
Yeah,
as a midfielder, he's
breaking
getting
up
bonus
play and
points for
whatnot.
just
Yeah, he
defending. Yeah,
yeah. And I also do have to like once again, even though like everybody was shit the last game, except for some key players, but I do also kind of have
He,
to compare it a little bit to
he
last
redeemed
game.
himself from 3 days ago. He redeemed
I want
himself
to
a
say
lot.
say that as well.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
I still he's
I would
he's
say
not
seven.
the answer,
I would say
but hey,
7
hmm
defensively, 5 for offensively, and I think 6 is perfect. I think 6 would be
maybe a six then.
excellent.
But then
Yeah.
again, I gave you Sancho a 6. Then because I feel like he still did more than yeah. You know
Oh well,
what?
he definitely did more than Sancho.
Yeah, that's what
He
I'm.
definitely did more than
Okay,
Sancho.
Sancho. Okay, now I have to change it then. Sancho 5, and then I have to
No,
give
I
McTominay
think
6.
6, but you don't allow the half, right? So it makes sense. You can't
Yeah,
just
yeah,
give them a whole point because they're
yeah,
slightly better. So I
yeah. Exactly.
think that's fine.
Um.
Sancho 5. Ooh, JP is not happy with Sancho.
Ooh,
Oh,
gives me
oh
Arsenal
no! Don't
Pepe.
say that.
Brother,
Don't say
I
that. Oh.
disagree, but hey. Mm.
Yeah, but even
And
if you're right, even if you're right, JP, don't say that.
don't
That
say
makes me feel
it,
sad.
JP. Step out of it. But it's your opinion. But hey, Anthony. What about Anthony? Your thoughts?
7, 7,
Okay.
7.
I would also give him a 7. I'm not gonna lie. There were I don't know about you, but there were moments where he was like sometimes it's like, can you stop trying to do the Hollywood big shots and whatnot. Sometimes they do get in at the end of the day, which we have
The
seen.
first one was really good because I
Yeah,
thought it
the
went
first
over
one was good,
Raya.
but
It
at
went
the
over
end he
Raya, and
was
I was
doing a
like,
bit too
I
much.
even moved. I was like, is it turning in? Like when I saw it go over Raya, I was like, oh, he did not just do that. Like it went over the goalkeeper. I was like, oh my
Yeah, yeah,
god, that
yeah,
would have
yeah,
been
yeah.
so sick. Oh,
Exactly. No, I want to say 7 as well. I feel like that's warranted. He still did some good stuff that look good. If you just
plus the work rate, plus the work rate.
plus the work rate, 100%. He gives it all. Anthony, the fidget spinner, gets a 7 for me. He's our fidget spinner. He's our Beyblade. Okay? You know when people be giving that as an insult? I don't take it as an insult because I don't mind fidget spinners.
I
I
like
don't
Beyblade
mind
anyway.
Beyblades. I used to play with Beyblades when I
Yeah,
was younger. Come
yeah,
on now.
me
I
too.
don't mind it.
Also,
So,
I think it's a really good thing when like a Liverpool fan tells you he got a 7 because
mm,
it's like it's probably the same reason we give him a 7. It's like we appreciate the work rate
yeah,
and the quality he brings in because Liverpool is a team where, I mean, not this season withstanding, but
yeah. Definitely not
generally known for
yesterday.
a
Oof. Oof.
Jeff, but they're known for their work rate. So
Yeah, yeah.
Liverpool fans will appreciate a player with work rate. That's what I
100%.
think,
Yeah, I
especially
see
the
the
people
point.
who have been watching the what Klopp has done for the team. So
Yep.
people really appreciate that work rate for in a player.
Mm-hmm.
So
I see it. Okay, and then lastly,
for
Rashford.
Rashi,
Rashi. or like Eddie calls it, Rash Pepe.
Listen, it has to be an 8. And the only reason I'm giving it an 8 because good night,
Yep,
Walumba, good night. I'm going to give him an 8 because again,
I
18
think so
shots,
too.
3 on target. 18 shots, 3 on target. Not good enough. One of those shots
No.
on target, by the way, came from Sabitzer. So the forward line was the least effective of us again, unfortunately. But Rashford gets an
8,
8
I think,
because
yeah.
without the goal, we're in trouble. So Rashford
Fair,
gets an 8, my
he
man of
still
the
did
match.
other stuff, but it's like, yo, if you can just be a bit, and we're like, Amir also agrees with us. 8, I think 8 is warranted. It's still, hey,
It's a game
you,
winner. It's a game winner.
it's a
He's
game
better than
winner.
everyone on the team. Simple.
Yeah,
1
I
nil.
can't sit
He
here and say
scores.
a 10 because no, that,
No.
but 8, hey, I think that for
Take
me
it.
seems
Take it.
decent. So
And also at the end of the day, first game in a while playing number 9. Although you can argue it was more very free roaming in a way.
hmm
Um because he still kept going to the left a lot. Um yeah, I would say all things considered, he scores the winner. The winner's the difference. He has to get the best rating. If anyone would get a better rating than him, it would be either De Gea, who made the really important save, or Sabitzer, who gave the assist. Because that's what happens when it's a 1-0. The important save and the assist are the only other things that really separate you from
real
everybody
talk,
else in the team.
exactly.
So Martinez and Varane got an 8, but let's be honest, Rashford's 8 is higher because he won the game for us. So,
He did, he did.
yeah.
I see your point for sure. Yeah, guys, we're gonna wrap it up at here. Um, oh wait, there was one last question actually from Das. Won't Dokore miss the United game after the other night? Yep.
Oh my God, Dokore is going to miss a bunch of games after the other night. He's going to miss a bunch of games. Oh, but listen, that was disgraceful. I was actually gonna actually call you and go, do you want that guy in our team? He fell down because his face
I
got
still
scratched.
do.
He's 6'4". He
I'll
fell
take it.
down.
Let's be
Even
honest.
Gary,
If that was
even
hap-
Gary Neville, even Gary Neville was like, what was that? Even Gary Neville was like, what was that? And Gary Neville loves Harry Kane. Gary Neville loves all the English players. Okay. And even Gary Neville's like, even I wouldn't do that. Like, that is so mad. Can you imagine? Like he actually went like he first went like this, then he went on his knees, then he
I
fell to
just
the ground. I'm like, what are you
they are
doing,
doing.
dude?
I'm not gonna lie.
He's like,
They are doing. Bare players, but it's ridiculous. But then
man, and
again,
Decore
what if
got
he
Decore
didn't?
got screwed because of that. Because it ended up becoming violent contact just because swatted at him. Because that's going to be a violent contact threat. I mean, the
God.
way he fell down, I was like, dude, this is embarrassing. And then you don't even win.
Okay.
Go
Oh my
go
God.
hide in a
Especially
go
when he's
hide in a
going, it's like,
corner,
what?
dude.
What are you doing it for then?
Sean Dyche was talking shit to him. You know that, right? Like
I
when the
heard
red
about
card was
it.
happening, he was standing behind and he was talking shit to him. It was like, come on, dude. Like this is and Sean Dyche is one of those '90s players where like, come on, man.
With
Like,
that
what's
voice. Oh
happening to
my
football?
God.
He must
Bless
have been
him.
like, what's happening to football? No, he was like, what is this? Straight red card for a swipe to the face. I mean, like, come on.
Oof. Exactly.
That if he did that, and you know what's the sad part? The sad
Yep.
part is a lot of people thought that was okay, but if Bruno Fernandes did that,
No,
oh
exactly.
boy.
Like,
Oh
and
boy.
let's be honest, people aren't really talking that. I mean, when I say people, I mean like the media and the top. They don't really be talking that much about it because let's be honest, English biased.
I'm
If
so
that
glad.
was
I'm so
Bruno,
glad Neville called it out, though. I'm
yep,
so glad Neville called it out because I
yeah.
thought Neville would be like, "Oh my god!"
If
And
that
and
was Bruno,
of all people, Carragher was the one who was saying, "I understand he fell down." I'm like, Carragher, really? Jamie Carragher was the one who was like, "I understand him falling." I'm like, Carragher, you've gone soft, man. Get rid of. Didn't you spit on someone like at a traffic stop? Like you've become soft, dude. I don't know
oh,
what's going on.
God, I
Like,
heard that.
what is this? He was like, yeah, I totally get him falling on the ground. I'm like, falling on the ground for poking your eye. I watch UFC. I watch people get punched in the face and accidentally eye poked all the time. All the time, every week. I'm talking about every week. Because your hands stick out by mistake and you grab someone sometimes. Even they don't fall to the ground and they fight for a living. This dude just started rolling, and I was gonna call Sophie. I was like, Sophie, you can't be serious. This is embarrassing. He's a grown man. He's rolling on the ground like someone stole his lunch money.
I
Like
don't. I mean,
what
if
is
you roll
this?
it like that, if because somebody stole your lunch money, then hey, I don't know what you
But think
tell
about
you.
it, right? If Neymar did it, oh, he's doing gymnastics. If Bruno did it, oh, he's
I'm
whining now.
telling you, he definitely. Yeah, yeah.
But
That was
because
shameless.
people were like, oh my god, he poked him in the eye. He was in pain. I'm like, so he can't stand and be in pain? What
And
does that
that's
mean?
also, it's like, I
Like,
hate
what
when
is
them be.
this?
Yeah,
Oh, that was so laughable. And then
yeah.
when they
I
lost,
yeah.
when they didn't even win, or like everyone was coming up to him and going,
Karma maybe.
like Tarkovsky was like, good job, dude. Good
Did he
job.
do that?
Like really. Yeah, Tarkovsky was giving him shit. And then when Michael Keane of all people scored the goal after conceding the penalty, you're like, karma couldn't even work more
It
perfectly than
really
that day. It
100%. That is
couldn't
karma.
work more perfectly that day. I was like,
Real
oh,
talk.
this is brilliant.
Ugh.
Only Spurs that can happen.
Because
Only
there've been
Spurs that
several
can happen.
games where they be up and they're leading, and then they throw it away. The whole season. They are a bottle shop. This whole season, they're just doing Spursy things. It's funny. It's funny. But hey, it is what it is. Guys,
It's
we're
yeah.
gonna wrap it up
Oh, one
here.
oh Amir Ali just said something. Hello,
Yeah,
Ali fell down. Carragher likes FSG. I don't
yeah,
like him anymore. It's actually a good point.
exactly.
Didn't think about that one. He can't defend.
I mean, all right. That's
Fair enough.
that's
Oh, JP saying Sancho tries everything, even therapy. He needs to take one-on-one players to run at defense. He needs to do more. He's paid 300. Yeah, I agree. I think we all agree on that, JP. I think Sancho was my lowest rated player as well. Fair enough. I don't think the money has anything to do with it, if I'm being honest, JP. It's just that the quality we have expected from him from Dortmund has not carried over.
yeah.
I think the money thing is a little unfair because we are technically paying Harry Maguire to sit on the bench 200K. So
Ugh,
at least
don't even
At least
remind me.
Sancho's playing games, you know.
Don't even
So
remind
yeah,
me.
I mean,
Ugh, Lord have mercy. But guys, it's a wrap. Thank you for being a part of this match reaction. We got the win, we got a W, and I'm very thankful for that. I will most likely be back on Friday for the match preview for Man United versus Everton. Haven't played anything tomorrow. If there's anything interesting happening in terms of, because I feel like it's been a little bit quiet with the Man
no,
United
there's no
takeover or
games. There's
anything.
no games tomorrow.
Yeah, I
Our
know, but I
game
was thinking like
is
if there's
Saturday.
anything like maybe I'll do a pre-record or
Yeah,
whatnot. We'll see.
maybe some. Apparently, we might get some news on the takeover. They said
That's
by
what I'm.
Easter.
Yeah, that's what I'm
But
thinking. If
everyone's
there's any
saying by
news,
Easter, but they're saying Easter and Thursday. Easter is on Sunday. Like I don't understand. Like, is it different like in England or something? Like I didn't because
maybe
tomorrow's
I have
Maundy
no idea.
Thursday. So it's Maundy Thursday, Good Friday, Easter Saturday, Easter Sunday. But everyone's saying by Easter or maybe by Thursday we'll find out something. So tomorrow's Thursday, so
I mean, I hope we
maybe there'll
find
be
out something
something.
tomorrow because that would be a great way to do a video then tomorrow. But hey, we'll see. Regardless, either way, I will definitely be back for the match preview for, like I said, the Man United Everton game on Monday. Watch along. Not Monday. I mean Friday. Lord have mercy, and also the watch along for Saturday as well, and a match reaction. So I'll be back. Make sure you do subscribe to the channel and like, of course, and as well as, you know, show some support to my brother here, Nathan. Okay, show some support by subscribing to his channel as he does make
Thank you.
content himself. So yeah, big up. And yes, Das, it is your Das, it's your birthday. I mean, technically, you're still in the UK. It hasn't been your birthday, but here in
Happy
Norway, it
happy
is your
birthday, Daz.
birthday.
It's that most certainly your birthday in India too. So happy
Yeah,
birthday,
it's also
Daz.
your birthday here in Norway. So Das, happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Yes,
Also,
big
thank
up
you for
to you.
subscribing to my channel. I do
Yes,
know you did that, so thank you.
big up. Yes, love that. Yes, shows that some love in the chat. It's actually my brother's birthday on Friday, so that's funny. Hey, big up. April kids, I guess.
Wait,
Regardless,
your brother's a Barcelona fan, right?
yes, he is. I know. I have to. Should I
You
call him
have to
tomorrow? Should I just
call
because I'm gonna.
tomorrow. You should have called him before starting the live stream. Why did you wait
No,
so long?
no, because like I was busy and haven't
No,
had to
you
get
had to
ready.
you had to like introduce him to the live stream and go, good job.
I could have done it.
Like how your dad did to us the other day, you know,
Yeah, but
when
my
he got
brother's more
battered by
so like he's
Liverpool.
he's more behind. Like he's not really on like that. My
Oh no, but
father does.
you got to put him on though. You got to put him on after we beat them and then Real Madrid. You got to put him on. You got to go
I
like Hey, say hello to everybody. Good job today. The-
Maybe next time. Maybe next. If they that you know what? If there's any other humiliating,
all they got now is the league. Can you
imagine
imagine
if
if they
they
don't win that? They're
if
12
they
points.
don't.
They're still 12 points ahead though. So
Oh, if they don't win the league, try not winning the league, Barca. Try. Hoo, hoo, hoo.
oh
Regardless,
god.
people, we are out. Bye bye. See you later.
Are you all right? Yes. No, you are all left.